Hi, this is George. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can mark arguments as irrational and also show you how you can make an appeal if one of your arguments is made irrational. So I'm here on the issue page and I'm looking at the issue, who should win the presidential election in 2012. I've loaded the Mitt Romney argument, and if I'm looking down here, I can see an argument here that really isn't that great, and I'm thinking this has some fallacies and I want to make it an irrational argument. You can do that with this irrational button here. When it's gray, basically that means that you haven't made or you haven't marked the argument as irrational yet. If I click on the argument title, we be taken to the argument page, and I also can do that from here as well. I can add some comments if I like, but in this case I'm just going to go ahead and mark this argument as irrational. Now when I do that, I need to put in some text as far as why I'm marking the argument as irrational. The argument text is shown over here on the left hand side, so if I need it for reference while I'm writing my text over here, I can refer back to it. So for this particular argument, I can say that there's a post hoc fallacy involved here, and I can also say that they're not really citing any sources or facts to back up their argument. So I can go ahead and write the text in there, and then when I'm ready, I can click the add flag link. So now the page loads again, and I can see that the number of irrational flags went to 3. And it's in color. The link here is in color because I've already marked it as irrational. So this isn't exactly how the real site works. I just set this up this way for the demo, but that flag made this argument irrational. So now when I go back and load the issue page, now if I look at this argument, I can see here that it's been made irrational. I can no longer share the argument, and basically it's hidden from view. So if this is your argument, what do you do? So I'm going to go ahead and log out, and I'll log in as that user. So now I'm back on the issue page as the user that owns that argument. And now when I scroll down, I can edit my argument and make an appeal. Now, I'm not going to go through actually editing this argument, but obviously in this case I'd want to do a lot more research and add some facts and cite my sources. And then when I'm done with that, I can make an appeal. So on the issue page, I have a link here to make an appeal. When I do that, again, it's given me a text box. What's going to happen here is when I make my appeal, this text is going to get sent to an administrator to take a look at my argument and decide whether or not I've made my argument rational. If I have, all of those irrational flags are going to go away and my argument will be shown again. So it's a good idea to make a rational appeal here and say how you've changed your argument and why you feel it's now a rational argument. So I'm going to go ahead and paste in my text here and send my appeal. So now when I go back to the issue page, we can see now that my argument's still hidden, but it's shown that it's under review by a site administrator. We also notice here that this user's rational percentage dropped to 50%. It's because they most likely have 2 arguments and we just made one irrational. So once the administrator, if they decide that this is now a rational argument, the argument will be shown again and the percentage will go back up to 100%, which is where you want to be. Well, that's it for this demo. I hope you've enjoyed it. Come check us out on therationaldebate.com.